Hi, I am Sharon Ivy Williams, and welcome to Shakin Shit Up. I am so happy that all of you are here with us. It is the first show, and I'm so excited for it, and I'm so excited for all of you all to hear the artists that we are presenting tonight. I came up with the idea for Shakin Shit Up. Well, okay, let me not lie. I was pushed very. Some mentors pushed me into doing a show that highlighted other artists, and they actually suggested I do an open mic. And I was like, I don't know. And then out the blue, I had this idea for Shaking Shit Up, and so and it's a take off of my show, The Convo House Party, where we don't just listen to the artists, we listen to the artists, we engage, and we have conversation as well. So we're going to need to hear from you. And so there, if you're on YouTube, welcome YouTube and Facebook. If you're on YouTube, your chat box should be on the right of your screen, and you should be able to type in at the bottom of that white box. And you type in a comment, and I shall respond. And then if you're on Facebook, it should be right up under your screen where you can put in some comments. I believe so. All right. And so throughout the event, if you want to say something, don't be afraid to say something. If you want to snap, go ahead and snap. If you want to, oh, that's what I would normally say for a CD Forum event. Yeah, make as much noise in your house as you want to make. But right now, I want to introduce you to our guests for the evening. First, we have Savannah Parker. Woo! Miss Savannah is 18 years old and has been writing poetry and songs for about 5 years. She is an old soul with a lot to learn. Her favorite quote is from a song called Spotless Mind by Janae Aiko. It reads, change is inevitable. Why hold on to what you have to let go of? Please welcome with me, Miss Savannah Parker.
Hello, thanks for having
Savannah,
me.
thank you for being
Woo!
here. Savannah is awesome. She's also our intern at the Central District Forum for Arts and Ideas.
Yes.
That's how I found her. And with Savannah, we have the one and only Miss Nina Yarbrough, who is she doesn't write for anyone else but herself. And she will talk your ear off if you let her. I know this to be true. And if she can make you laugh, then she will feel very proud of herself. That's Miss Nina Yarbrough. Welcome, Miss Nina. I am
Woo!
so happy and excited for today. So let me tell you how this is going to work. So we are going to alternate the artists. So you don't have to worry about an artist having one set and you can leave. No, you have to stay for the whole thing. So we're going to alternate artists. So Savannah's going to go. Then we're going to, if you have any conversation, then you can put it in the box. We will acknowledge it. If you have anything that you want to say during the piece, or if you have any questions, or if it's making you feel some kind of way, feel free to put that in the chat box. It may end up on the screen. So make sure your spelling is correct. No, I'm just joking. and then, and that's how the night is going to flow. It's going to flow peace, conversation, peace, conversation, peace, conversation, peace, conversation. And when there's no conversation, to be piece after piece after piece after piece. That's a line from a piece I wrote before. And so, yes, Miss Rosie, it will be good to laugh. And thank you, Marianne, for being here. Thank you for being
Yes.
here, Rosie. Thank you
Hey.
for being here, Chase.
Thank
Shanique, Delaware State's in the building. Sandra's in the building. Seattle U alumni from Florida. Lisa is in the building. Alicia Butt is in the building.
The
So
party.
let's do the daggone thing. Let's Savannah, you ready?
Yep. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, I think
Yeah.
you're on mute.
Oh.
No,
Me?
I can hear you.
Oh.
I'm gonna mute myself though.
Can you hear me, Sharon?
Let's go ahead and kick
Okay.
it off with Savannah. You got
All
this.
right. Okay.
You
So
can on
this
mute. Wait a minute.
okay. This first piece called Jenny Lee. And it's a free verse poem. Jenny Lee, who is she?
Uh,
Oh,
Michael, can you bring me in?
hello.
We can't hear you, Savannah.
Oh,
Oh, I
I'm
can hear her.
I'm not muted.
Yeah, I can hear Savannah too.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Should I go?
They can hear us. They can hear,
Everybody
yeah.
else can hear, but I
Michael,
can't.
Kelly, Morton, everybody said they can hear her.
Why? What's going on?
No, Savannah, you're good. I can hear you, and the audience says they can hear
Okay,
you
I'm
too.
just gonna keep going. Okay.
Yeah, just go.
So once again, it's called Jenny Lee. Jenny Lee, who is she? A woman of strength, integrity, the voice of an angel. Listen as she sings, the pure melodies of healing remedies. Moves as smooth as the current of a stream, while swaying hips move by words from her lips. What sweet thing, nothing but sweet dreams and a good night's kiss. It seems like a state of constant bliss. Jenny Lee, an imaginable being, an artist of great capability, erratic, but yet a rhythm that's automatic. She dances like a butterfly, and in the middle of the spring, on the stage, is where she'll be. She's everything you'd want, one, two, and three. She chases everything but a dream, an imaginable thing. A woman who finds beauty in the ugliest things. The song of her body is what she sings. Jenny Lee, is it she? With a smile as wide as the sea, living in a world that lacks harmony, her heart is gold. A woman who shines bright and is bold. A presence that is invaluable and never gets old. An influence on all women, young and old. Loyalty exists in her, so the paper never folds. Her heart is steel, so she keeps it real, while giving you something good to feel. Jenny Lee, what do you see? The colors of the blues and rhythms of swing. We join you in song. We join you in song, bodies wide and long. My body is a song. Our minds are so strong. We tell mountains to move along. Make way for Jenny Lee, the woman to be. She'll inspire you to be what you cannot see. For I was blind and now I see. That's it.
Woo!
Thank you.
Woo.
Thanks.
Thank you. What inspired that piece?
Well, I actually wrote it for a an assignment. And it's not an imitation, but it was written based upon a character from a play. I believe it's hard. I can't really remember, but it was. I believe wrote it based upon a character from a play um, that this woman wrote, and so the assignment was for me to kind of interpret what the play was about or whatever the piece was about, and then do my own piece based upon it. So yeah.
Rosie says, snap, snap, snap. Casey Diva sent some hearts of love. Ooh, we are getting started.
I love it. It made me think of something like very antebellum. Like, I don't know, I just got like vibes from like growing up on my uncle's farm down south, going down there every summer.
Yeah.
So.
No doubt. All right, we turning it over to you, Miss Nina. Do your thing.
Okay. So this piece is called Mean Mug, and this is for every little Black girl that ever was or ever will be. Do not rest your face, tender-hearted girl. Do not uncurl your lip, fix that cock in your hip, or straighten the curve of your neck. But why you mean mug it? He asked. Because it's always a he that's most concerned with how palatable your face is for him. That steely-eyed 1,000-yard stare has been hard-won and well-earned after centuries of the world disrespecting the sanctity of your womanhood. Fix your face, you hear them say. Whether out of misguided love or an overt disagreement with the way you carry yourself, They always got something to say about how you hold your face. We must appear docile, calm, non-threatening, yet beguiling and pretty enough to appease a man you've never met, may never meet, hell, don't even want to meet. But you must readjust the forward direction of your gaze until called upon. I beg of you, my stone-hearted, rough and ready women, don't you change a thing. The world is a wicked place for weak women. Cruelty doesn't discriminate. So don't waste your time worrying about the comfort of fools who know nothing of your character nor care little about the struggle laid at your feet. Your countenance is none of their concern. So keep that lip curled, pop that gun like it's the last piece you'll ever have, cross your arms, reposition those shoulders that carry more burdens than any man could stomach. Make your eyes like agates and plant yourself firmly. Because mean mugs get shit done. A mean mug will outlast enemies and will honestly live longer. So keep moving, mean mug, and let them try you. Show them that beneath the exterior, the bite is a hell of a lot worse than the bark.
What?
Yeah.
What? Mean mug. I gotta talk about it. I gotta speak on it. I gotta go, Nina. You've been holding that in for a while, huh? Wait a minute, I gotta hate it when men say you should be smiling, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, they do. All right now. All right. Bite. Woo! Love it.
You're having too much fun.
Jamaican Princess said, mean mugs get shit done. I love it.
Yeah.
I got all the snaps and love it. Yo, so tell me, at what point did you decide to write that?
Well, actually, I wrote this when I randomly, I had the date on there. I wrote this after, so I would have been turned 32, and I wrote that March of last year at the end of the month. And I think I just got inspired by my nieces, and like, I have a lot of nieces. Like, my brother has 7 daughters. I have another older niece. She has a daughter. So I have a lot of women in my family. And the idea that Black women in particular are supposed to fix our faces and not, that whole, like, you have resting bitch face. It's like, no, I just have resting me face. Get out mine. So it was just like, kind of like, no, don't fix your face. You are who you
Don't fix your face, y'all. I got my sister in Atlanta said, I gotta perfect my mean mug. Yo, we already getting love on this whole thing, yo. Somebody's Casey said, yo, this is bomb, yo. We doing the daggone thing. Hey, Lorinda, yo, my North Carolina is California is in the house, and my big sis Renee just said, drop the mic. That's what's up. Yo, Savannah, you ready to hit us with another one?
Yeah. All right. This one's called Note to Self. And just letting y'all know, a lot of my poems are free verse. So it's just my thoughts. All right. Beautiful brown girl. Don't you know your worth exceeds the value of the earth's diamonds and pearls? The glow of your skin is radiant. It's more than capable of illuminating the entire world. Your hair is versatile. It can be kinky, curly, or straight. You can tie it up, dread it, or put it in braids. I hope you strive with confidence, for it is needed to carry the weight that society relishes in bringing you each day. Be aware, this is what you must anticipate. So please, with a strong persona, don't let them intimidate you. They need prayer, those who discriminate the few. The beings that look at us and claim we are the disgrace. Know that your existence is not a mistake. You see, beautiful things aren't only opaque. They are dark in color and rich in flavor. They are traits that most don't favor. They are the nature of peculiar behavior. They are a culture's savior. So, the beautiful things in you, the beautiful things you do by simply being true. So, with your brown eyes that reflect the image of the night sky, I hope you find and keep your peace of mind, for it is easy to lose and hard to find. And when they ask why Black women are so angry, give them the reason why. Tell them you have the reason to be upset. Explain that you're tired of being expected to settle for less because you know you deserve the best. Thank you.
Whoa. Wow. Wow. Yo. We gotta oh, that's what I said. I didn't want that. We gotta let's go.
Her name.
Oh my gosh.
We got a yes, the best. We got nice work. We got yes. We got beautiful. Yo, I'm saying you're only 18. Like at 18, I was like nowhere near that. You know, like wow, man. Yo, what you got, Nina? I mean, you got anything for Savannah?
Just similar, like because I was writing when I was 18, but I don't think I had that kind of clarity. With that, just like respect on your name.
Thank you.
And you know what? Somebody just confirmed what you said in the questions that I asked you. They said wise. No doubt. All right, Nina. Hey, Nina, Deborah Martin say she see you. So go ahead and get it in.
Oh, is it me? Okay.
It's you.
Okay. I had a little spinny wheel. I was worried. Okay. So this is called Instructions for a Foolish Corpse. I was born without a guarantee, so I have no time for your stupidity. Ask me why, and I'll show you a clock, watching and waiting till all the gears stop. None of us are born with assurances that the fruits of our labor will be ours to bask in. The grim reaper has no patience, so you'll forgive me if my pace hastens. For no woman is gifted tomorrow. All the time we have has honestly been borrowed. What will you do when the pale rider calls, when the dark lady knits your burial shawl? Will you flee, cower in fear, or welcome them both as you would a peer? For me, I confess, I wish to be bold and shake hands with death and gift him my soul. Because nothing is certain, a hearty guess at best. Why not meet one's end with a fool's fearlessness? Because we are nothing if not foolish corpses, dancing about with our upturned noses, as if to say, oh no, it'll never be me, when in fact we're all worm food, you see. No exceptions or indulgences offered, we each must stand upright and proper, face down our deeds and every mistake, have your heart weighed on Anubis' scale. So when I say I have no time, what I mean is this: life is shorter than a raindrop. So what will you do when the watch finally stops? What will be said at the foot of your grave after the wailing and final prayers have been said? Will you move on to the next adventure or stay tethered to this plane as a ghostly specter? Mourning your life not as it was, but cursing instead for the dreams that never were. If there's one lesson that stands universal, as we say in the theater, life is not a dress rehearsal. Love deeply and without limits, because the journey from cradle to the grave is not for the timid. Spread compassion like gossip. Stand before the altar of joy as her main apostle. Bask in these days, soak up their warmth, because I promise you, when they call your number, and call they surely will, you have just one final question that must be answered. And how did you live?
Yes.
What you say about that, Savannah?
That was good because I wasn't exactly sure what it was talking about, but like as you went on, I was like, okay, so she's talking about our demise, the final countdown. And I think that the things that you were saying, you said spread compassion while you're here. I think that's very important. And I really liked the line where you said something about the cradle to the grave. You can't be.
Oh, like basically the time span from the cradle to the grave is not for the timid of heart. So living is not for timid people.
Yes. That was it. That was him.
Now, Nina.
Yeah.
Because I know you. Can you please tell people how you torture me on a daily basis with a death quote?
It's not a torture. I happen to be someone that is invested in end of life care because of all the things we never talk about. We never talk about the one thing we all have to do, which is we all die. And there is an app where it will send you a quote 5 times a day where you contemplate life. Sometimes it's a quote from your favorite author. Sometimes it is like, what is the process of decomposition, But like, that's real, fam. Talk about shaking shit up. Get right with your life.
Nina, I think your mom just entered the room.
She did. Hi,
Mama. As soon as you start cussing, your mama entered the room. Mama, I had nothing to do with that. That is all Nina. I am not a bad influence at all. It is all Nina.
Mom, this is where I learned all of my bad traits from when I moved to Seattle. So.
No. Yo, but people are loving y'all for real. The comments are coming so fast.
Thank you for the love.
The love is love is love is love is love. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Erica. See, Erica know what I'm talking about. See, thank you, Erica. Erica has to go through it. Get right with your life. Really, Michael? You got to quote Nina? I don't even like you. Nina, your mother said, Nina. That's how she said it. This is all dope, yo. This is all good. Bless you, Nina's mom. That's for Sandra Boys Dupree. Because Lord, you got a time on your hand. All right, Miss Savannah, you ready to pop it off?
Yes.
Hey, right before you go, everyone, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, invite people. We got about 30 more minutes. We're gonna be doing this. And keep your comments coming. We're loving it. Much appreciation.
All right.
Go ahead, Savannah.
Okay, this is called Life is But a Dream. Okay. What am I living for? Love in full effect. They say, we don't choose this life. Life chooses us. Life is our excuse for what we fail to do, fail to pursue, execute. I make do with what I have. I long to make amends with the past, with what didn't last. Who am I living for? In sight. Out of spite of no one but myself. We live to reap the wealth of our labor. Life isn't certain, so I apologize for my unspoken behavior. I'm working, you're working for something good. There's only so much time, but I'd do it all if I could. What are we here for? Walking high above the trauma. Moving beyond the drama. The passion within us is ignited by the trauma, the pain we've experienced. Why live? Young and observant of the universe. I try not to question my purpose on this planet, because some things are meant to be unknown. Some objects should be left alone. When are you alive? Managing all known events. I am who I want to be. We do what we want to do, but the consequences of our decisions are not in our control. The outcome of our actions is not our own. Not much can be said. There is no normal on how to live, no manual on how to live when you're dead. Dimmed lights on our elusive thoughts, so they remain unread. Like a book that hasn't been sold, like a story that's never been told, a page that's never been turned, stuck on the inside, living as if a new life is all we yearn. When will you live? Intentionally tough. Life is rough, and I only can do so much. It asks that we be present. It asks that we stay the course. So I am here. We are here. I stand to remain. Thank you.
What you thinking, Nina?
There was that line, and it caught me, and it was sticking with me the whole time, like staying high above the trauma. Like, I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, that's literally what it's like you're almost walking on eggshells about the things that genuinely make you messed up.
Yeah.
And then what are you supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
Girl, you should come for my life.
What? You gotta come for our lives, literally.
Marianne said life acts that we are present. Thanks, Savannah.
Mm.
And Deborah says, beautiful, I stand to remain. Sandra says, nice complimentary piece. Did you plan that? No.
No.
We're not planning anything here. We raw. Nah.
Going with the flow.
Yeah, we are, I am a genius, if y'all didn't know. And so like, these things just happen like this for me. Just because, I didn't do anything special, but just because, it's all good. Thinking this, wait a minute. Oh, Marianne and Sandra love it. Yes, truth. I see truth. I see smiley faces. You know that's right.
Yes, Sharon Blandale.
Really, Sandra? You said help? Really? Help? Really?
But I will say this. I do think it's interesting that like we have like I would say 3 generations of Black women. Like we all grew up in very different times, and we're all from different parts. Like I'm from the Midwest. Karen grew up in North Carolina. Like Savannah, you're from here. But like we're still writing and talking about very similar themes and experiences. My sister just joined. Oh, she said, like,
yes.
I did her makeup.
Please.
No, distancing.
Yeah, we're physical distancing, ma'am. Protect the families. I hope everybody's well. But yeah, I just find that so interesting that we could have very different life experience, like upbringings and things, but we still, as Black women, have very similar. Like you feel like you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's interconnected in a way.
Yeah, and just to make sure everybody knows how the generations work. Like I'm the last generation, and then it's Nina, and then Savannah is the oldest. So I just want to make sure that everybody gets that. Like,
ain't lying something you ain't supposed to do, like in the Bible and stuff like that, and like in life as like an executive director.
I am not lying. I am just telling the truth. Okay, now who just went?
Me.
Jesus, I'm so into the conversation. It's going good. Oh, I love Chase. All right, Miss Nina, you ready to hit us up?
Yeah.
What you working with? Show us what you're working with.
Oh God. So this is called the Black Body Re-Rendered. Sloping lines and supine grace, it's a wonder you can't keep your filthy, ungrateful hands to yourself. A crown of black vines, individually managed and carefully crafted to house every inch of grief and sorrow, kept close to the scalp to remind us of what we carry to be this beautiful, to remind us of the burden that others have carried for us. We just get the privilege of styling that pain in a way that looks pleasing to the untrained eye. Paint my body in shades of ugly and dirty. Render me in distorted shapes and ill-fitting postures, a clear splash of red thrown across the canvas. Red like blood spilt over centuries of desiccated bodies. If I pose pretty enough, will you promise to stop killing my babies? If I stand here under the harsh light while you cast shadows over my history, making a mockery of the struggle that got me in a skin so perfect, y'all kill us for it. If I stand so still that I fade into the background, will you sell me my father's freedom? Will you sell me my mother's? Render this Black woman's body in every hue and pigment, and you still could not hope to capture a fraction of the grace that has kept me going for as long as any of us can remember. Sloping lines and supine grace, it's no wonder you can't keep your filthy, ungrateful hands to yourself. Call this body a work of art. Call this body homage to antiquity. Call this body mine. Because no matter how deeply you covet us, no matter how insatiable your craven hearts may be, this dark as earth, clean as night vessel will never, can never be yours.
Well, I guess you said that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to take that in for a minute. Ooh, what you think, Savannah?
She was going off for all of us. But yeah, that was. I mean, obviously, I don't got. I'm speechless.
Chase said, "Damn." Deborah said, "Wow." Jamaican Press says, "Whoa." Your sister said, "Yes, I taught her everything she knows."
Whatever.
Put some stamp on it.
Oh man, this is awesome. Your mom said, "Truth." That's fire. That's fire. That no doubt.
Here.
Powerful. Thank you very much, Nina. Okay, Miss Savannah, you got another one for us?
Yeah, this one's a bit shorter, but yes.
Okay,
all right.
Good.
This is called Unstable. City of cables, hope in the divine, murders of the young, browns are hung, thinning hope like air to our lungs, power to the woman dancing to escape, following an awakened force, becoming something great, born to die was their undeniable fate.
Literary. I want to read that novel.
What inspired that?
So I actually took like 2 creative writing courses this year actually for my senior year, and I don't know. Well, so for my last creative writing course, it was based upon this project called Because I Care. And basically, students are supposed to find an issue or kind of center their project around an issue that really matters to them. I chose racial discrimination, specifically within minorities, but the poem that I wrote was kind of in the beginning of the process. But I was reading an article by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and the project was to choose words from the article and use that to develop a poem, but also focus on the issue that was at hand. So I had to choose words from the article, but also use those words to create something that reflected discrimination. So yeah, I don't know. And it usually happens. It'll just kind of fall into place, kind of, So
Lisa LeRae said, "Are y'all sure she's only 18?" Powerful. No doubt. Nina's mom said, "So much wisdom. Never silence your voice."
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom. Words of encouragement for me. I mean,
rude.
All right, Nina, hit us up.
How much time we got? Because it may depend on which piece I'll do.
We have 20 minutes.
Okay, then I'll. This is an older piece that I wrote, but it still resonates. It's called The LBs. I feel heavy and uncertain. I feel heavy, uncertain, and ugly. Most days I just feel the ugly, crawling across my skin, down my arms, to the tips of my fingers. I want to carve it from myself pound by pound until nothing is left but a weeping skeleton. I feel heavy and uncertain, but mostly just ugly. Like I have hidden hieroglyphs hammered into my marrow that color me unworthy of love, unworthy of respect, unworthy of myself. I feel heavy. I feel weighed down by my choices that I made when I wasn't old enough to comprehend the severity of their consequences. There's an anchor tightly wrapped around my middle, and it's keeping me stuck, afraid of moving. I feel heavy, uncertain, weighed down, and ugly, but mostly ugly. Frozen in an awkward portraiture, and I can't break the pose. I'm wondering when this stage of my adolescence will wane. When will I fold into my womanhood like Japanese paper art? I want to be cut down to size and reshaped into something untouchable, delicate in a way that folks fall over themselves to protect me. I want that kind of lightness that comes from the careful restructuring of my ego. I want to lift myself up, float above these insecurities, if only to assure myself that the view wasn't all it was cracked up to be in the first place.
She done it again.
Man.
Somebody asked a question.
Yes. My cousin Kim asked, what change has writing made in each of your lives?
Writing has become my way of exhaling, I guess. It allows me to just kind of release what is not, release whatever is pent up inside of me. I find that whatever situation that I'm going through, I tend to write about it. And after I write about it, I'm fine. It's kind of like, when you have something that you like, ooh, I really need to vent to somebody. Like that's what writing is for me. So yeah, I think I don't know. It's made life more manageable. It's made it a lot more, not easier, but like, I guess easier to kind of endure.
What about you, Nina?
Well, I've been writing since I was young, and I kind of feel like writing was a gift that was given to me, because when I was in second grade, I think it was my homeroom teacher called me out to the hallway, and I had to do, essentially what it was that they realized that I was having reading difficulties, and I started hooked on phonics. And that's where I developed a love for reading and language, and kind of really opened me up to like a whole other world. And so I guess that's why it kind of feels like a gift, because I think without that intervention, I don't know if I would have found my way to, because writing and reading are so like, they're like, you can't separate the two. And it is much of what Savannah said. It's also like, I can't not do it. Like I try and get away from it, but I always find my way coming back, because it is such a part of how I communicate and how I express myself, and how, like, at the end of the day, if I lose everything material, I still have the power to say something that could move and change something. So yeah, I see it as like it's a gift that was given.
Awesome. And in that piece, at what point did you feel as though you had to put it on paper? Like how did it come to you?
I think I actually may have written that one right before I came to Seattle, and I got accepted to Seattle U, and was like, I need to do this to like change my life up. or like I thought it was honestly I was gonna die back home in Cincinnati. I love my family, they were there, but like I was in a job that was going nowhere. And Seattle for me was like the fork in the road where I knew I was gonna do something different. So I think I was kind of exercising a lot of what I was going through at the time. And I think that was also the first piece I shared with my cohort, because we did like an artist shared our first retreat of people. So this is technically the first piece of art I ever presented when I came to Seattle, which is now 6 years ago.
Wow. Marianne said, Nina, that last line, standing at the top and seeing that what you thought was all that wasn't really all that. Love that. My sister Renee is clapping it up. But then I have a question for all three of us. And we'll start with you, Savannah. How do you plan to use your platform to liberate the Black community?
That's my sister who asked.
I think I plan to use my platform to liberate the Black community. Wow. I think I just well, I normally, this is actually kind of like the first time that I've actually like publicly presented my poetry.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes, because like I typically will, if you look on my Instagram, I have like a little story section and I'll post like one or two, and literally there's probably like 3 poems posted on there. But I've been trying to, take the opportunities that are given to me and actually, really try and maximize them, and make the best of what's given to me, because what I have, in my life, not everybody has this opportunity, but I think I will continue to progress and try and write pieces that I guess reflect my observations, I guess. And that's a difficult question. I think I would.
That's a question.
I will continue to, show people that I'm a Black woman. I can write poetry. Poetry that's from the heart, from the mind, and just show people that whatever I'm writing will reflect my life as a Black woman, So I guess, reflecting my experience as a Black woman kind of opens the door to let people know, like, this is what not only I, but other Black women go through or endure, I guess, if that makes sense.
And plus, you're planning on going to school to study journalism.
Yes.
You'll be putting your own spin and helping the world in that way too, and liberating us through your voice. Nina, how do you plan to use your platform to liberate the Black community?
That's a whole thesis project. My initial thought, and I think because it came first and pressed my gut, is that it will liberate me. Like, I can't be a part of anybody else's liberation or their journey to freedom or personhood if I can't do that for myself. And I'm not living life to be somebody's church bus. Like, I want to be on the journey with people, because I don't know if I'll ever reach true liberation for myself, but I think writing gives me the best tools that I have to get there, because I think I am my truest self when I put pen to paper. So the more free and liberated that I am, I think, much like when we have any of those sort of big macro examples of what it could be, I would serve as like another example. And then just person to person, it's relationship. I would be able to use this opportunity to connect with people who, like Savannah, like from 2 different worlds, yet we have so many similar, like we're writing about very similar things at different time periods, right? Like you're going through and about to enter your 20s. I'm just entering my 30s. And Sharon is also on a different number journey that I'm not going to say. She'll yell at me. But like we're still like, that's how we like and it's ultimately connecting my platform to other platforms, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Um, Me, what am I? I think I tell stories because I believe that that if we hear each other's stories, that we can that we'll become closer as a community, and in doing that, I think that would help liberate some of us in understanding one another. And so I try to, my stories come all from my experiences, and my family who's on here will tell you they don't like to talk when I'm around, because uh, because they might end up in a story. And so I try to let all of that out, and then I also tell stories, because I want my family, the young people, especially my nieces and nephews, to know what I've been through and where I'm going and my imperfections and the things that I struggled with, and things of that nature. And so they're my first level of who I'm thinking about when I'm putting these stories out. And then when it reaches the masses, whoever that is, I just pray that I'm saying something that they can relate to and know that they're not alone. And so
Mm,
oftentimes, so if I just get that one person, or person that says, you know what, I needed to hear that, or I felt that, or something like that, then I'm good. So basically my career can already end because I've already touched, my work has already done what it was meant to do. And I'm
mm,
still tell stories, but I also think it does free me up. Like when you need to vent about something and you can put that on paper,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, that's good. And when you really love someone, and I'm talking about family or anyone, and you can put that on paper and get that out. And when you cry, I'm talking too much. Never mind, I'm tired. Uh,
It's a discussion.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a good discussion. I'm like, yeah, I'm going. This ain't my show. This y'all show.
this ain't your show, but you thought of it, organized, they got the artist.
Yeah.
um, I do feel your work. You're good at that. Thanks, Sandra. Laugh out loud. Go on, share it. No, I'm good. I'm gonna step back. So we have, for each of you, your words are. Let me put it on the screen. Your words are life. Your stories, poetry have power and truth, with the ability to free, heal, and liberate. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Michelle.
You.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You.
I'm loving the love.
Me too. It
It
feels
is.
good. I feel like my week is like made. Like I feel like my whole month's been made.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Trinae says she's disagreed to a certain extent. Talk about it.
Oh Lord. It would be my family. Savannah needs to do some work.
Well, we're gonna hear from Trinae, but go ahead, Savannah. Hit us with another piece.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna read this. This is called Collateral Beauty. This is it's lyrics to a song I wrote, but I'm not gonna sing it for y'all today. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna just recite it because it started out as a poem. Okay. Blurred image depicted in my mind, blended colors of movement and time, a blank canvas and things to be seen, art to be made and songs to sing. Despite all the bad times and its intensity, joy defeats my sorrow in the boxing ring because collateral beauty reads in between the lines, the painting of perspective, no wrongs or rights, and that's fine. Collateral beauty, the colors of my dreams, meeting for the first time my reality. Things, they come and go, but you have stayed. Why? I'll never know, but I won't question that today. Despite all the hardships, that we may face, I will always love you forever and always, because collateral beauty reads in between the lines, the painting of perspective, no wrongs or rights, and that's fine. Collateral beauty, the colors of my dreams, and meeting for the first time, my reality. You're more than a helping hand. You're my limb when I cannot stand. You're content with who you are. You see the beauties in my scars. That's it. Yeah, but thank you.
Sandra said, loving this one. Simone Parker.
That's my sister.
Yes, Queen. Hey, sis.
Hey.
I'm loving the family support tonight.
Right?
Dottie Dot said, I know that's right. Simone says, loved it.
Thank you. Love you.
Renee is clapping it up. Robin is clapping it up. I loving you. Loving this debut performance, Savannah. What they're saying is they want to see it again. Again. Rodney said nice. And Rosie said, way to go. That's awesome. That is awesome. What?
Right. He's one of my former college professors and one of my elementary English school teachers is on here. It feels.
Shout them out. Who are they?
Dr. Daddy Rodney Clark. Miss Kozlov, who I believe was my third grade teacher. I am Kozlov.
See how the internet is bringing the world together?
Yes.
Okay, Chase has a question. Because I was glimpsing a selfie in Savannah's screen. What are you all reading right now?
This?
Yeah.
Your bookshelf.
I have a couple. This is just like for looks, but I have some books right here. And I will be quite honest, I'm not that big of a reader, but the most recent book that I read was this.
Nice.
And I absolutely love Issa Rae. I love Insecure. I feel that Issa Rae is my sister. Well, I already have a sister. Love my sister. But like my other sister, or I am her. Just she's like the older version of me. But it's really good. She basically just talks about her experiences as an awkward Black girl, and how she doesn't really fit in, or she struggled to fit into, the stereotypical, I don't know, frame of what a Black girl should be. So I would definitely recommend it. It's called The Misadventures of an Awkward Black Girl. It's it's an easy read. It's funny because she's hilarious. But it's also insightful. So it's for everybody, no matter where you come from, no matter what race you are, it's for everybody. So I would definitely read that.
Awesome. Issa Rae, who we love. Nina, your Miss Kozlov was your first grade teacher.
I'm old. Leave me alone. You know I love her. So I had to go get them because I never can remember titles or authors, just like content. But the book I most recently completed, and I've shown this to both of them multiple times because I think everybody should read it. And it was the source of the inspiration for the poem that I did about like kind of the death process. And it's called, I don't know if this is backwards, Advice for Future Corpses, A Practical Perspective on Death and Dying. And it's by Sally Tisdale. And basically, she just goes through the process of like, what does it mean and what are your rights at end of life? And for you to think through that process, because it is I'm a hospice volunteer. So that like this is not just coming out of some weird, like upset, like I wanted to learn about the process, got turned to the idea of wanting to be of service. And then so hospice volunteering became a way for me to express that. And this is one of the books that they read. There's a book club. And it's just a really great, it's practical advice because we are all future corpses. Like the fact that you can fire your doctor, that's not something that anybody ever tells you. Like you as the patient, you as the caregiver, that is a right. So really good. I'm currently reading 2 books right now. A Tale for the Time Being by Ruth Ozeki, which is a fiction book about an author who basically unearths what she thinks is debris from the Japanese tsunami, and it contains the diary of a young girl who she ultimately takes her life. But that's the mystery that this author is trying to kind of work her way through. And then I'm also reading A Monk's Guide to Clean House and Mind by Shohei Matsumoto, because I've never been great at keeping a tidy house. And I'm sure my sister's going to say something snarky about it because we used to share a room. So
awesome. Okay, so I am not really sitting down and reading anything, but I'm bouncing around in the book The Source of Self-Regard, selected essays, speeches, and meditations by Toni Morrison. And so it lives by my bed, and it's like a master class of wisdom that I get to pull from all the time. And so, I love it because you don't have to read it in any special order. You can just jump and grab. I can grab it and just say, what am I thinking of today? When it comes to being, like, the first time I picked it up, I was with my niece Caress, and then I came home and I was questioning being an artist and what it meant to be an artist. And then there was an essay on it right there in the book. And so I love it. I think it's one of those books that I will always read. I will always pick up and be like, I need a source of inspiration. Let me see what Toni said. So she's like my mentor through the book. We have a question from Rodney. He's starting trouble.
I saw that.
Rodney wants to know when you're going to put your work into a book.
Well, I can actually give a confident answer. So the pieces that I read from today are all going to be included in my first collection of poetry, which will be produced by, you cannot see him, but the wizard behind all of this that's making this work is our good friend Michael B. Main, who's an incredible photographer, videographer, tech wizard, like brother from another mother, great beard situation. And he is helping, he's starting up a publishing arm because as a Black artist himself, he wants to uplift. So I think Savannah needs to hop on board, and then Michael publishes both of our first collections. So I would say like maybe 50% of mine is done, and I have new pieces that I want to add. The goal was to have it out by April, but then the Corona happened and I got very sad for a while. But this has been really inspirational to do this. So Savannah, when your book coming out?
Also, please don't mind my lovely father who's mowing the lawn when I'm trying to be professional. But anyways, I don't know when my book's gonna come out. Hopefully soon. I mean, I created like this. Wouldn't it be cute if I like created mini ones like this kind of? And I did like this kind of thing. So I think that would be cool if I did like a mini one, start off small. I did this for a school project, but I'd love to put out a book. I think that would be a really cool opportunity. I think I would just put it out just for people to read and just for people to get to know me as an artist, because I am trying to slowly but surely step into my artistic calling and my artistic shoes, because that's something I have struggled with, because I don't really know, how do you define an artist? What's an artist? Like, oh, I'm not an artist. I just write pieces, but I'm really trying to like own who I am and what I'm doing. So I will definitely be putting something out.
Awesome. Yes, Miss Kozlo Love, we are all in Seattle, but we are free to travel anywhere anybody needs us to come to perform. And to answer your question, I have my first book. It is called I can't work. Dare to Fly by Sharon Williams. It is available on Blurb and on my website, SharonNWilliams.com. It will take you there. And yeah, so yeah, Michael put the information on the bottom. That is great. Okay, do y'all have one more piece? Oh, did we lose Savannah?
Yeah. There she is.
Sorry, I was trying to tell him to be quiet. You can't hear me though. So.
Oh man.
Well, because Savannah went last, so I have a piece that I can either close us out on, or we can both do like
the closing piece.
Savannah, do you have one more piece to close us out?
Yes, I do.
Cool beans. And then Nina, you'll end it, and then we'll be done.
All right. This one is called Know Better, Do Worse. Okay. The world is corrupted, and the stillness of my heart has been disrupted. Our peace of mind is something we so desperately need to find, for we are all going about this blind. With so many bloodstains, the color of red wine floods the land of our time. What's yours is yours, and what's mine is mine. If we spread love and light, we should be just fine. But those things seem to have disappeared from the platform of our minds. As we embark to find whose fault it is and who committed the crime, I question if it really matters. Don't we all deserve to do time? Thank you.
Whoa. Mic drop. Okay.
Oh.
What? Oh man. What, Nina? You got that? I just got to say something.
I can't even. I'm gonna let somebody else go. This young woman, this young lady. You are an artist, Savannah. There's no.
Thank you.
I'm saying this to you so I can remember it myself, but there is no when I become. There is no when I get to a certain spot. You are.
Yes, I'm here. I'm your name.
Miss Cos Love. She said she was going, but then she had to throw in a real quick. She said that is as fine and sublime.
Thank you.
The title was so proud. They really thank y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. I think all my Marianne said, damn, Savannah. Don't we all deserve to do time? Yes. We are all culpable. Nice. Wow. What else we have? Doing time, a killer line. That's dopeness. Thank you, Sharon, for these amazing artists. Thank you, Savannah and Nina, for making me think deeply and for sharing yourself.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, Nina, close us out with the last piece. Let's go. Hold your seatbelts.
Oh, God. So this is called Crown Culture. And thank you guys for joining us. This has been amazing. We were bombshell babies left to detonate in our mother's womb. Even though we left caverns of horror in our wake, they still kept us anyway. If that's not Black love, I don't know what is. My people are experts at making crowns from broken things. We were once learned in the ways of stooping our necks, but these new crowns will not allow it. Can you imagine a time when we grew like cypress and oak trees, entire villages, cities, empires of old growth, richly and deeply planted, root systems like spider webs, vast and beautiful, till the chopping and cutting, that is. Can you imagine it? By the millions, we were slaughtered, stolen, and forcibly replanted in cold, unloving, and unfamiliar places. Never mind humanity, never mind dignity, never mind crowns that we adorned one another with, no longer family, no longer mighty and firmly settled. We became less than shadows. At least shadows hold a memory of their form. Our new silhouettes had been butchered and a prominent fixture taken by heartless thieves. Heavy is the head, they say. Heavier are the shoulders that must now toil under the lash and leash of their usurpers. Heavier still is the spirit of those that remember. How wicked it is to be left with memories of your people who once shined brighter than any sapphire or emerald. But without the burden of knowing, we might never have found our way back. We might have been forever stuck as pale imitations. Instead, we made new crowns from the mud and clay, crafted new halos out of stones pulled from the great rivers. Who beg the heavens to send comets rich and unfamiliar ore, and together through blood and fire we came through remade. Perhaps no longer as mighty as that old growth, never so firmly settled, but by the gods, we are still here, still regal and unstooping. So to all the queenly and kingly creatures, descendant from survivors, do not bow your head. The future is on the horizon, and we have new kingdoms to make. Thank you.
That was bomb. That was, yes. Yes.
We have kingdoms to make.
Honey.
Woo!
Yes. Okay, we didn't get the memo about the glasses.
I know, right? She always got to pull out something. And the mug.
Channel really? Our mode for Danny.
I don't know when I'll freeze. So
yes, crowns.
Danny called you out earlier because when you froze earlier, you weren't posing. So
let's find my moment right now.
Always call you out. Well, everyone, thank you so much. Thank you, Savannah, for trusting us with your first time in public reading your work. We got claps and snaps. We got crowns. We got, oh, wait a minute. Here they come. Wait a minute. We got style. Wait a minute. Hold on. Style. Perfect ending. Thanks, ladies, for sharing.
Thank you.
Yes. Wow. Superb.
Oh my gosh. Can you hear that?
What a gift you all are. I am truly blessed. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, Mama. Absolutely amazing, ladies. Congratulations. Keep on. Savannah, we all know that you at home. Oh, Toya, on. Thank you, ladies, for being you. Love it.
Sister, hey,
Toya. We got yays. We got thank yous. We got thank you so much. Thank you so much. When is the next reading? Great question, Rodney. The next Shakin Shit Up. I don't even know the name of my own show. Will most likely be in 2 weeks. And so that day will be Thursday the 28th. I was going to try to do it every week, but I'm not that organized. So I am going to definitely try to do another Shakin Shit Up next week. It's all up to y'all. If y'all like this, then I'll continue to bring it back. But as long as there's an audience for it, and as long as I got artists that would love to share their work, I'm always game. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you everyone for coming. Please, these artists didn't ask for nothing to perform today. So if you can sow into their futures, Nina is working on her. Savannah is working. She's a student. She's working. She's a working artist. She's about to go to college. What college are you going to again, Savannah?
I'm going to DePaul University in Chicago.
She's going to DePaul. So if you can help her out in any way, please do. And Nina's trying to put that book together. And we definitely, she definitely could use some support there as well. Go ahead, Michael. And look, we tag teaming it. So if you have anything to sew into the book, she'll make sure she put your name in there and give you credit. I'm just telling you what she's gonna do. Please help support her. And thank y'all for thank you, Michael B. Main. Pop in here, Michael. Pop in
Let
here,
us
Michael.
Woo!
Yo, we had so much fun playing it with StreamYard and trying to make all this work. Michael did the graphics for us today. He made my logo look good. He made the name of the show pop out. So we really do appreciate you, Michael, and everything that you bring to the table. Please sew into Michael as well. Michael has a studio. He's always trying to enrich our community with allowing us to tell our stories and provide space and whatever he can for that. You have a banner too, Michael. I made a banner for you. Oh, you can, donate to Michael by going to his website. Oh, dang, did I just hide it? michaelbmain.com. And thank you to Just Moni for allowing us to play her music at the beginning of the show. Really do appreciate it. So, everyone, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Guys.
Michael, can you put up Savannah's Venmo one more time?
Yup.
Also, thank you, Sharon Nyree Williams, for putting this
Mhm.
up.
Yes.
Go to Sharon. Is it SharonNyreeWilliams.com or just Sharon Williams?
SharonNWilliams.com.
Check out. She has multiple albums. Just she didn't say that. Dare to Claim the Sky is not her only work,
Trying to be
and
humble.
she's currently working on her next album, which will be dropping soon. It's already mastered and being mixed and stuff. I know you're working on like USB the codes and stuff.
It's
So
printing. It's print. It actually should be shipped sometime this weekend.
Hey.
So stay tuned for that. Please, we're all on social, so please hook us up. I'm at Sharon Nyree Williams across the board, except for on Twitter. So please like my artist page, like my my other page, my IG page, and we'll get the information out on the next Shaking It Up. And please connect with these artists because they are amazing. I appreciate all of you. And stay safe, stay healthy, and keep doing the daggone thing. Love, deuces.
Peace. Thank you. Do we leave now?
are we live? I don't know what's happening.
Fun.